Hey, that's all right. Better late than never, right? Can't win them all. Let's set this over here. Jake, can you watch that for me? Yeah, I think he can handle it. Hope everybody's doing pretty good today. Here's this guy. I just got to paint these toes. And he'd be ready to get a clear coating. But he looks pretty good. Looks like he's looking at you, doesn't he? Okay, all right. Anyway, let me get this dolly over here. And we'll set this up. And what we're doing is Cardinal. We're going to make a Cardinal. Start to finish, that's the plan. At least one. But for one for sure. That's what we're shooting for. And right now it just looks like a boring piece of wood, right? Okay, all right. Well, you'll have that. If I'm doing it right, it probably looks like a boring piece of wood. So, let me find some mirror muffs. So, man, I'm debating on whether I want to wear that RZ. I'll have to go get it if I do. Here, we don't want him to hear what we're about to do to him. You guys keep calm, okay? Don't tell him. I don't want him to know. Don't tell him he's about to get cut up. He might tell you all just shut up. Might tell you bad things, call you bad names, tell you that your mom is ugly. Man, that's not a nice guy at all. Okay, I got the RZ. I'm gonna put it on because I'm gonna be throwing a lot of dust, and we'll go from there. And just pretend I'm a ninja. That's what I would prefer. Is that you guys pretend that I'm a ninja when I'm wearing this. That's all right. Be sure to hit that like button. Think of my RZ mask, and they were kung fu fighting.
So far, got pointy little head and all that. He's starting to look like something. How y'all doing today? You guys hitting the like button? We appreciate you guys being in there. Hey, Matthew, Space Kitten. Hey, I appreciate it. That's what it's going to be. Hey, Shoops, Katie Shepard, Kevin, Dorica, what's going on, my man? June, hope y'all doing pretty good. We'll keep right on going. It's going to be a little Cardinal.
I think. I hope you guys are doing pretty good. Be sure to hit that like button. We've been on here for 20 minutes ago. No, 16 minutes. I'll be darned. 55 likes. We'll take some more. All right. burn him and sand him. And I'm shooting for making 2. What my goal is, I want to burn these dudes, sand them, put a red coat on them, and then start on another one while that red's drying. So let's start with some fire here. And everybody likes to watch something burn. I like to watch stuff burn. Hope you guys are doing pretty good and hit the like button. If you had a hard log. What do you think? Is she burning? Burn her at the stake! Anyway, our goal here is to get 100 likes in an hour. We're up to 72. Help us out. Doesn't that part look fun? I think so. But what's more important is by doing that, you're burning off all these otherwise kind of touchy hard pieces to get in there and sand. And it just turns sanding into a really easy work. Because with this sanding, you got a couple different things to do. The faster you can make it, the better off. You got to shape that beak and just knock all the extra off of there. And we'll get the eye holes in there. We'll get them kind of dug in, and we'll go ahead and burn the eyes in with a MANPA eye cutter. And let me get a face mask back on. If I can figure out what I did with it. I got to be careful too, because the brown recluses out here is insane. And we've been seeing them like crazy. I can't believe how many of them's around. All right, so let's do some cleaning this thing up before we sand another one. Y'all be sure to hit that like button, man. Or 77, that's getting close. Really, I think I burned the whole hair off of it. I think it looks pretty good. Really. Yeah. I like to clean the post up though. I don't think most people like the post to be rough. Some probably don't care. But in the end, this is just how I do it. I clean the post. And it don't take that long. So that's pretty much ready. I'm gonna hit it with the fire one more time to burn that dust off, and then we'll put a coat of red paint on that dude and unscrew him, and we'll move to another one. Or wait a minute, I gotta do the eyes too. I forgot. Sorry, I'm getting out of control, getting in a hurry. I'm spaz. Okay, where is it at? Where is that little? I got a Dremel out here somewhere that has a the eye cutter in it. What the heck? I'm sure it's here and I'm just not seeing it. Yep, I'm right. Here it is. It was here and I wasn't seeing it. It's a little old Dremel, like 1,000-year-old. My father-in-law gave it to me. If that tells you anything, he's 60-something. I'm almost 50. And it's an old one, but it's good for this. Give him his eye real quick. Okay, I lied. It's not good for this. It's really slow, and I probably should buy a better one. Alright, 2 more things. Nose and the mouth. Nose hole in the mouth. Give him a couple lines in there. And then we'll hit him with a coat of paint and unbolt him. I probably had unbolt him before hitting with the coat of paint. Actually. Alright, another quick burn to burn those fuzzies off that I just put on there. And we'll hit that dude with some paint. Let me go ahead and take the bolt out first though. But that's my goal, is to make 2 of these. But good sellers. You know, and you gotta have plenty of them. We sold a ton of these last year. And it's this time of year that we really get busy with this stuff. And people like cardinals. Cardinals, or, you know, it's a state bird where I'm out in southeast, well, Ohio in general. It's a state bird in Indiana, I think, Pennsylvania. Cardinal state bird in a lot of places. Uh-oh, I turned the gas off. I can't believe I did that, except I can. I still can't believe it's let's let that do some paint. And that's the nice thing about this dry post wood I'm working with is you can literally, as long as it's not like done setting out in, you know, it's not soaked to begin with, you can start and finish in a day. See, we got 92, we're getting close to 100. Heck yeah, if you haven't hit that like button already, help me out. I'm trying to get 100 likes. And we're pretty close, you know, just a few of you. Not asking for all of you to stress it out, just a few. Okay, let's see. I can't remember if I took that screw out. Yeah, I did. Okay. So that's what happens in your spaz. Yeah, Chucker, he said it was my ADHD, which there's a lot of us that probably have that. I'm not diagnosed, so I'm not trying to take something I have, but it wouldn't shock me. And the wife, trust me, the wife says, you're whacked out. You know, you know how it is, a wife. You know, they always think you're crazy anyway. And you need to slow down, buddy. You drive too fast. What, you afraid of dying? Calm down. Everything will be okay. Yeah, I'm afraid of dying, you dummy. Slow down. You married to that lady too? Heck yeah. I'll have fun with mine. Yeah, I could have took a little out of this. Too late now. Just go with it. And so I don't worry about overspray. I put a black line through here, and if it gets too carried away, then I go ahead and I sand it with flat disc. So we're going to take this one and put him out of somewhere out of harm's way. I was kind of wanting him to still be in the video. I don't know if that's going to work out, but we will come back to him here in a little bit and finish him off. So let's go ahead and load up another piece. And you know, if you happen to be freaked out because I used the word load, I'm sorry that you're insecure, but it's okay. You'll be okay. You're secure with us, even if you're insecure. And we won't tell anybody else you're insecure so they take advantage of you. That wouldn't be nice of us, except for we would do that. All right, let's go. Get a screw in here. Now with these posts, you got to feel it out. If it strips, it's probably not no good. Ooh, that didn't strip. About break my wrist off, right? Okay. Now it's time for me to take a insane refreshment break. If you heard that, you know, head to the mountains, right? Okay. Yeah. Oh man. Oh man, that was so good. After a half hour being a berserk chainsaw carver person, that was so good. All right, guys, here we go. Appreciate you guys being in there. Hit the like. Thank you for helping us to get to 100. That's awesome. We will certainly take more. If the rest of you had a heart at all, you got 500 people watching. You ought to have 500 likes. I mean, what's not to like? I'm just saying. No, I get it. It's scary, and you know, I whatever. I was like, what the heck is that? Y'all hear the motorcycles? I heard it and it was like music. I'm like, what the heck is that noise? All right, guys, I'm going to get right back out. I usually got another stall here. I don't even have to refuel or nothing. I'll just go grab another one. Come on, here's always the tricky part when you're on the camera. I gotta get to the other side of here without with you guys still being able to see what I'm doing. The only way I'm gonna be able to do it is, let me do that. That'll work. Okay. For a loop, because as you got the carving in it, there's a crack in the beak, and so I'll have to get that, make that as big as I can, sand it down so that it doesn't split right in the middle. But sometimes that happens, and you know, I mean, I've had it happen before, so I know what to do about it, so it's nothing new. emojis to show support. I'll tell you some of my favorite emojis. I like the toilet bowl. I like a toilet bowl. I like the toilet paper. I like the aliens. And I like lots of smiley, happy faces and laughs. I love it when they laugh. So what do we got? We got 175 likes. How about 200 likes? You guys think you can help me get 200 likes? That faster than the other one. I mean, it burns, and it's got more power though, so you're gonna have that, right? It is what it is. At least I got plenty of oil in this one. I won't have to jack with that part. Set this stuff here to the side, dump some fuel in this baby real quick. Grab a scrunch and finish this dude off. He's doing pretty good. He's better than the first one. Let's see what we got here. Okay. All right, 198. Wow, we're so close to 200. You guys are all right. I don't care what your parents said about you. It's not too bad. And if you knew what they said about you, you'd love them more. How about that? Okay. They were just complaining about it. You eat too much. How about that? Which I can relate. I eat too much too. I'm not judging. Don't get me wrong. You know, the fat guy, one fat guy to another. Just keep your shirt on. Everything will be okay. You know? All right. Put that on there. Hope I don't get stung by a hornet that just flew by. I don't know if that can I got over here is going to make it through another drink. It's getting too warm. But that's pretty normal for me. You know, I mean, look at the weather. I mean, you know, it's nice weather out here. And, you know, I'm going for a half hour at a time without stopping. So I don't know why I'd expect anything different. All right, let's get at it. It's funny how this goes. Hey, 204. Heck yeah, appreciate that. We've heard that one before. I was getting ready to ask it. Be like, man, does your mom kiss you with that? piece of that chipped off, and that's okay. We can shorten this thing up enough to where it'll still look good, even though it's a little goofy. Anyway, let's burn this dude. Let's put some fire to it. Everybody likes to see the fire. Let's do it. How long we been on here now? Let's see. What we got? Man, ain't even been an hour yet. And you guys got me up to 216 likes. I don't care what they say about you guys. You're all right. Not too bad. Okay, what I do with my striker? There it is. All right, let's flame this dude. Oh, I didn't clean up around the post. Let me go. Hold on. Hold on. Time out. Time out. Take a break. Hold on. Intermission. Get on the elevator. Hey, that's the wrong song. This one's out of fuel, dummy. It's time for the official Bear and the Boss Lady disclaimer. Chainsaws and other tools, power tools and to be particular, should never be used by anybody, especially you guys watching me, for any purpose whatsoever, including its intended purpose, to cut wood. You will die if you pick one of these up. Okay, that's the disclaimer. All right, guys, let me get back to putting this baby to fire. Oh, man, I'll tell you, you think about it. I think about it at my age, how much fun I have. Oh, that's a good time. Burn her at the stake! Burn her! Ah! I'll bet this is the best squirrel carving you've ever seen. All right, hold on one second. He went ugly squirrel, wasn't it? All right. Only if you were a squirrel. And I think a human would take a cardinal over a squirrel any day. They're all cute, though. They are all cute. They're all cute and cuddly, and they'll eat. It just takes a lot more cardinals to get full. Okay, let me get a mask on. And let me try this one more time. Awful warm. I don't know. Probably shouldn't be drinking it. But I'm kind of thirsty, so you know, whatever. I mean, you guys see how hard I'm working? You know, don't be judging me. wondering why this is coming out. All right, it's because I'm awesome. Maybe not, dude. Don't lie. All right, yeah. You ever think, man, only if he'd have got in it a few years earlier, he might have been able to get on like a Barbara Walters special or something, you know? I have to hear that now, you know. Oh, Barbara comes out, hello, Mr. Bear, welcome to CBS. Anything you'd like to say? Do you think you're keeping it real? I'd say, fajizzle. All right. Let us put the eyes in and the beak. I think I'll do the beak first this time. Put the beak lines and pull that off there. Heck yeah. Now, for those of you that's in here, it looked like there was 400 people or so. If you have not seen Creation Dust 777, the best chainsaw carver in the world, stop what you're doing right now. Quit watching me. Go to his page. Be sure and hit subscribe. Then come back and check him out later. He is the best chainsaw carver you're going to see on YouTube. Maybe not because he's the best of the best. I mean, he's just really, 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 really good at what he does. Whimsical, beautiful stuff. You will enjoy and smile, and you will love it. And one of the best people you're going to meet on YouTube. Creation Dust 777. Check this dude out. Gotta make sure and come back, go. But go now! Okay, all right. Too good. Too bad. Not too bad. He's an angry bird. How about that? Yeah. Okay. Dad, I seen a guy on YouTube. He was making an angry bird. Shut up, kid. Go back in the room. But Dad. No, shut up. I don't want to hear it. Did you eat your potatoes? But Dad, I hate potatoes. I told you that. Eat your potatoes. I'm not feeding you anything else till you eat them. Man, somebody's dad's hard on him, man. Wow. Kids, the moral of the story is eat your vegetables. And then you know how it is. Mom's got to get involved, you know. Kids got to play. Mom against dad. It's just the way it goes, you know. And, Mom, Dad's making me eat my vegetables. And, oh, I hate vegetables, Mom. And then he even told me he's going to take away my video games. Well, he better not. That's how I keep you from bothering me. Honey, did you tell him you're going to take away his video games? Yes, I did, because he won't eat his vegetables. You shut up and get back in the kitchen, husband. That's how I keep him out of my hair. He's going to play video games. All right, anyway. Welcome to modern parenting. All right. Bring them babies in there. Those were the days. And you knew who you were then. Steve and Adam was out him. Man, I put that way back in there. Yeah, I gotta follow suit with this guy. Okay, so here's what I did. Content creator mistake. Although the content creator never makes a mistake, in this case, we will take an exception. I pushed the side way too far back in there. So I got to pull this out, try not to shock myself, and dig the front of that out with this pointy burr so you can look at him and see his eyes. I mean, right now his one eye is sitting in there. He looks like, I don't know, he just looks blind in one eye. You know, like it's kind of damaged or something. So we can fix that. Yeah, he's looking at you. All right, let's give him one more nice little burn to clean off them fuzzies I just put on him. Fuzzies? That's a new word. It's kind of like fuzzies, only it's fuzzies. And also we have another word we like to use. It's called chuh. And chuh, C-H-U-H, chuh. Let me explain to what chuh means. Yeah, you know, we ain't got no toilet paper in the bathroom. Chuh, I told you that. Chuh. Remember that. You can use that word later on. But if you do, I'll sue you. Okay, here we go. Hey, I didn't turn the gas on again. Here it is. Hold on. I can't believe he did that again. This guy's dumb. Okay, let's work this dude. Now, one thing about the burning is you got to coat the paint good because the brown will come through. And it's also on fire, so it helps to have this to extinguish the fires. But you know, I mean, we're not being too picky here, are we? Oh, there was a fire. Clean up in aisle 1. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good night. If you're outside in most of the United States right now, the weather's pretty good in most of the United States, not all of it. If you live in the desert Southwest, this is the only time you want to be outside. Of course, the sun's just going down there. If it is even going down yet, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, my buddy Woodchucker, he lives out there in Arizona, in Phoenix there. Can't say exactly where, just so you don't stalk him. But that said, it's so hot he's got to work in the air-conditioned shop. And even then, the air-conditioned shop, with the air conditioner on, it still might be 78 degrees in there. That's pretty hot. Working weather. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're going to work in it. But it beats 100 and something, what they're used to this time of year. And he's probably really glad he has that option. Check him out, by the way, Woodchucker. He's a pretty funny dude. Pretty fun live stream. I like him. He's not too bad, not too good. Somewhere in the middle like me. That's not so bad, is it? Whoa. Okay. But like I said, if you want to see top-notch chainsaw carving, check out Creation Does 777, and he will be live Wednesday at 2:20 something like that. It usually runs around something like that. I meant to take that bolt out, but as long as I don't touch the paint, you know, I won't be like the Wicked Witch of the East and melt, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, hey, yeah, the bee or something. So let's set this dude off to the side, and you know, I said let's start to finish. Oh man, there's parts of the comb I didn't hit. That's okay though, because I can hit that. And oh man, I'm really going through the rail. And we got a show. We got shows next 2 weekends, so anything I can get done, I'm getting it done. And in the case of these, the wood is kiln dried, pressure treated wood, so I can put it together, finish it all in about an hour. You know, I mean, it is what it is, and be ready to sell it when it's like that. And sometimes they'll be wet though. If it's been real wet weather, like we had a lot of rain the month of June, and really the whole month of June into July, it was really, really wet. And you couldn't have done it. The posts would have, even them posts would have had a good bit of moisture in them, but they're dry now. Okay, so let's turn this dude over here. He's got an overbite, and I tried to dig that overbite out, but it's the way it goes. Somebody will buy it. You're going to have that. Let's see, 238. Man, I wonder if we could get 11 more likes. You guys would be really awesome people. You're awesome as it is, but you'd be even awesomer. Awesomer, like the Osmo 2000. And Cartman sent himself to Butters. And then it didn't take him very long before he regretted that, did it? We won't go into detail, but he did end up regretting it. I think he expected Butters to ask him to do the things that he did. And that's what he got for being a jerk, right? Cartman? Cartman was always a jerk. I do what I want. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I do what I want. Whatever. Whatever, Mom. That's when he went on Jerry Springer, I think it was. I'll do what I want. Whatever. Oh, this is fun. I'm going to use enough of this. I'm going to dump it in the cap. There we go. Good enough. Fill that in and nobody ever notices it. Or if they do notice it, they ain't going to care. I'm telling you, these things, people like them. They don't have to look perfect. They're bright red. And we stand out. And if somebody's going to spend 60 or 70 bucks on a little carving, they want it to pop. And get it up in there a little bit. Get that in the eye. This one won't be as expensive as that other one. I don't know. But, you know, get an idea. It's different depending on where you live, and I could probably get more out of them. I don't get too carried away with it. I'm not trying to get rich off of it. I have an everyday job. And it's not bad though, because there's only a few people in my area that carve. And most of them, you know, do like Facebook Marketplace and stuff, and they don't get out too much. The older guys do. Actually, the guys that are my age and younger who do this kind of stuff just try to sell it local online. And they don't do none of the shows. And that's cool, because it works out good for me. I get to get to all the shows. And usually don't have no or very little competitive anything when it comes to it. So it works out good for me. All the shows take more effort, you know. They actually take a lot more effort. Okay, so he's got his black. on the other side. Make it just a little more pointy on this. Okay, I got in that wet red on the back. Okay, so spin him around. I don't think the orange is out here. I gotta go get it. But I can. Y'all ain't gonna mind, are you? Not too bad, not too good. 244. Man, 6 away from 250. I don't care what they say about y'all. You're all right. Not too bad. But I think you can give me 6 more. Come on, 6 more. 6 more likes. And then maybe my wife will feed me tonight. You know? Yeah. I don't get to eat unless y'all give me 6 more likes. How about that? I mean, I'm sure I could skip a meal, but all right, let me get the orange. Woohoo! Oh! I can't believe that Tarzan. I've been trying to tell him to go away, but he's always going to be showing up and ruining everything. He's noisy. You know? Did you guys hear him? I hope he gets hit by a truck. That's not nice, is it? Let's see what we got here. Hey, T45, getting closer. A little closer. All right. Let's paint this beak. And then we'll go to the other one. He should be dry enough that we can put the black on. He ain't no Picasso. He looks chunky like he eats a lot of potatoes. Is that right? Man, you guys are mean. Can't believe that. Man. Mama said there'd be days like this. And I told her to get me a sandwich. Looking pretty good. I hope y'all know I have a lot of fun doing this. I especially had fun getting on YouTube and doing this. But at the same time, I've been taking time and doing this, carving myself, because one thing I said, you know, you always have the pressure of the camera to get things done fast. And I mean, you don't have to, but I do. It's just part of how I'm wired. I think I have to get everything done yesterday. And so like through the week, like tomorrow I'll carve a couple things. Wednesday I won't. But this Thursday I'll be busy. But I might carve on a Thursday, you know. But I'm not live streaming any of that because you know, you need time to yourself to grow, get better, and practice, and not worry about somebody looking over your shoulder. And not that bothers me at all. I don't care. But I just kind of thought about it, you know, like, hey, you know, realize that I might be hindering my slow down and look at it, and how can I make this better, you know, by always trying to go fast because people are watching. And a lot of people don't have that problem. I mean, they just take their time no matter what and think their way through. I'm not that way. I gotta get the job done. That's just how it is. So there's our first one. He's nice and cute. Hold him back there light a little better. He's not too bad, not too good. Somewhere in the middle. We'll call him a big red orange beaked duck. And there, we'll set him up there, and we'll bring that one over. He's a little bigger. And they get hit with black trim or with black paint on the bottom too. Let me cap this back off for a second and do this. He should be dry enough now to put that on him. And if I have any dark spots now, I'll brush him in candy apple. That's the color. That's a really good color to use. This is, what is this red? This is spray is it's a 2X Rust-Oleum. It's apple red. Yeah. Okay, apple red. That's what my brush color is too. Let's see how good I am at basketball. Oh, he scores! Woohoo! I won! All right, man. like a, yeah, it should be enough. Ah, it's probably not. You like that? I was before I wasn't. Okay. Now I got this probably 30-year-old Bill Jordan shirt on that when Dad died and me and my little brother was going through his stuff, he had this shirt and I thought, yeah, Dad never would have wore that much, so I'm going to keep that and wear it. But you see what I'm using it for. I use it to work in. It's Mega Bucks or Monster Bucks 88 or something like that. With the Bill Jordan, and Michael Waddell. Which my step-grandpa was related to, although I don't know if he ever met him. Maybe I should turn that your way. If I was a nice guy, I'd share it, wouldn't I? A lot of you guys know Lori Keller. Lori's telling me, I can't wait till you get back to live streaming in the daytime, you know, like we would in the winter. But it just got too hot, you know, I mean, and this is kind of nice. I like this. You know, I'll go in the house, take a shower, and go to bed. That's it. By the time I get done here, that's what time it is here in Ohio. Time to check out. What are you checking out, a book? No. What are you checking out? I'm checking out ways to kill you if you don't shut up. Oh, that's awful. No, I would never say such a thing. But you said it. Oh, man, I can't believe I said that. It's a conversation with yourself, you know, kind of. You have to have those conversations to keep you out of the nut house, even though that's where you belong, if you talk to yourself. But I mean, look, I'm talking to a piece of plastic right now. I mean, what's the difference, you know? I mean, don't be judging. They see me rolling, they hating. I can't believe that the sky is so dumb. Heck yeah. It's looking good. Not too bad, not too good. We'll name him Bartholomew Windsor Esquire II. He comes from a very, very noted line of English Cardinals. What song is that? Do you know? I'm asking because I don't know. Maybe you made it up, fat guy. Yeah, that could be. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Artsy, you want a song? You want a song? Okay. We all live in a yellow submarine. How about that one? See, maybe your Cardinal will be Pope someday. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't know about that one there. Who said that? John? I don't know. I don't know about that. And he doesn't have the proper attire to be a clergy. I'll never forget. And don't get mad. Don't get mad if you're Catholic. Don't get mad. First Catholic funeral And my wife's side of the family, they were all Catholic to some degree, but her dad really wasn't anything. And so yeah, it's one of his relatives, you know, like an uncle or aunt or something, or I don't even know what he was or what she was. It was what she was. And my father-in-law says, you know, they come down with the smoke in the little urn, the incense burning in the little urn thing, and he reaches up and touches me on the shoulder, and he says, "You ever seen that before?" And I said, "No." He said, "That's holy smoke." And I'm like, right? I mean, right? Well, the procession of the thing is going on, and I mean, somebody had to hurt him, you know, and I just could not keep a straight face. And I mean, why would you expect me to, you know? But I couldn't keep a straight face. I'd never been to one of them funerals in the first place. And then my father-in-law, who, you know, he grew up Catholic. He was an altar boy and all this stuff. And he's making fun of it, you know? I mean, I'm like, man, you know, so you can't help it. You can't help but laugh. And hey, you Catholics, don't be getting all sensitive. I didn't say, oh, I was like making fun of it. I didn't say that. He, one of y'all, a Catholic, he was the one making fun of it. Not me. I'm not going to make fun of anybody's faith. Not happening. But, right in his own relative's funeral, he said that. That was pretty funny. I can hear it now. Bear, I used to like you, and then you said something about Catholics. No, I didn't. I said something about my father-in-law. Well, yeah, but your father-in-law's a Catholic. Yeah, and he was the one that was doing the thing that would offend the Catholics. Not me. Yeah, but you told the story, and that makes you awful. All right. Well, I don't know. I want to tell you. Don't get me started. I think he looks pretty good. And he's not going to run for Pope, though. He doesn't like white. He's happy with red. Hey, that'd be it. I did make a yellow Cardinal last year. Let me tell you, that was hard to sell. You would have thought that people would have thought that was cool too. It was hard to sell. Let's see what we got. 256 or 7 or something like that. Yeah, looks like it. All right, please, please. RTD is like, please. Let's see. When you get down to it, all religion is basically the same. Mark, that's close. And that's the idea is that Christian faith in particular is supposed to be based on very few rules. There are very few rules. It's supposed to be Bible principles. And there are certain things, though. The Apostle Paul reminded the Christian congregation, he said, we ask very few things of you to abstain from blood, what is strangled, and sexual immorality. And then he said, good health to you. So by abstaining from them things, it had a healthful benefit. So, you know, it was ways that the Christ had inspired Paul to encourage the Christians in his day, first century Christians, and still applicable to our day. I am God, my do not change. Okay, there you go. So I got a little overspray there. I'll have to sand that later, but that's all right. You could actually sand it in about 20 minutes. I'm going to set him off to the... Man, I don't know where to go with these stupid birds here. I'll just send them on down. They'll have wood chips stuck through the butts, but let me bring this in there and do the same thing yet. And then we'll sand the bases, and am I going to name this one Wendell because he's such a sweet little guy? Artsy said, please sing a song, Mr. Bear. Please sing a song. Okay, I love you. You love me. We're all much a happy family. So you like that, Barney the Dinosaur? Is that what you were thinking? No, I really wanted Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh yeah, Thomas the Tank Engine. I can't remember how that goes. I'm just going to tell them that. Something like that, right? Okay, let's set this over here. Here's the thing, Artsy. If I do, what happens is I have to be selective about when I play content like that, and the reason is they don't let me monetize it if it's something like that, and I have to go back through and cut it out. Let's see, Bear is a wood check. Is a wood check? Check wood. Okay, I don't know if he checks wood. We want a song? Oh, you want a song? You gotta go, beat it. Okay, all right. Okay, all right, if you guys are pacing it, if you're still back, when I come back with the guitar, I'll play you a song. And I can always cut it out later. I can edit it. That's true. I can do that. But anyway, hold on a second. I mean, you guys give me 257 likes, and that's like some of my best like numbers over there. So I'll be back. Let me get one. Let me get a guitar. I'm not tuning it. I don't care. Okay. Okie doke. Whoopie doo. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, a couple more pieces, and I'll be doing a big clear coating project tomorrow. What if this thing can hold that? Yeah, if it sit there. I don't know, we can try it. Did everybody leave? I would have. Ah, you know, there's a few of you still there. That's okay. What do you think, Mr. McCardinal? Mr. McCardinal? You like that song, do you? Hmm? You like that? Huh? You like that song? Yeah, he can't talk. Can't see or anything. That poor guy. Feel bad for him. I don't know. Does that sound all right? Give me a sound check. Does that sound all right? All right, there we go. These double sunsets sinking down in Hunter Green, on the edge of the country scene. Those lights are too bright down there, man, for a good old boy like me. So when the raging river rips and the current's too strong, I'll be tripping, living out my song. Oh, too long when the flag still flies, when my porch is still crowded with my day one friends and buddies driving a truck I got out here. So before you think you know mine and me, oh, just know I'm the soul of the country, and all my roots run deep, roots run deep, all our roots run deep, yeah, all our roots run. Baptist church raised, parking lot blaze, smoking on the table after hearing preacher man preach. Church songs up, dress shoes kicked off, tan lines tailgate, and a little guitar to the poles that are gone, that are gone, that are gone. Cause the daddy's kinda crazy, owns a tractor and a farm, but when the raging river rips and the current's too strong, I'll still be out tripping like moonlight, sing my soul. Well, the port's still crowded with my day one friends and my buddies drive in a truck I got out here. So before you think you know mine and me, just know I'm the soul of the country, and all our roots run deep, roots run deep, all our roots run deep. Oh, all our roots run deep. Oh, all our roots run deep. Yeah, all our roots run deep. I don't know what to tell you guys. Come back when you can stay later.